Hi, it's Deniz, and today I'm going to show you how to use Budget by Paycheck spreadsheet in Google Sheets. Before we start, instead of using this copy, I would change the name of this sheet to Master Copy. And then go to File, make a copy, and work on this copy for the first paycheck month, and also make other copies for the next paycheck months. Okay. Now I'm gonna start with the income at the top here. First, put in your paycheck amount. I will just type mock numbers. And if you have an extra income, put in here. As you see, the sheet calculated the total income by itself. So now we move on to fixed expenses. Calculating expenses is the tricky part, and the best way to do this is to look at your bank and credit card statements. And after that, compile a list of your fixed expenses and write them here in this description part. For example, rent, water, power, Netflix, and all the other bills that come out every single month, and write them down here in the description part. Next, write the estimated amounts here. Again, here, I'll just write random numbers. And to enter the due date, click twice on the cell and the calendar will pop up. Choose the date using this calendar. So again, I will choose random dates. Next. Okay. Now we move on to the other expenses. You should create categories for these expenses for like absolutely everything. It's very important. These are just some examples. Again, check your previous bank and credit card statements and make a category for everything. The next step is setting a reasonable amount for those categories. Write down the estimated amounts here. For example, dining out, etc. Repeat the same process for sinking funds, for debt, and savings. After you prepared your budget, this cell, dollars left to budget, should equal to 0. This is how zero-based budget works. You should assign all your income into main categories here until there is no left. For example, you still have $100 left to budget. Just for example, go to debt repayment and just pay for another debt here. Okay, now we move on to the calendar tab. You can change the month and year just by clicking here once and typing the month you'd like to open. So for example, assign this sheet a month. For example, May 2020. And press enter. As you see, the calendar changed. and then enter the bills on their due dates or the date you'd like to pay on. For example, power. They will also appear in the list here. Also, when you enter the bill, this checkbox will appear next to it. And after making the payment, you can tick off, and here it's gone. Okay. Now we completed setting up our budget. As the paycheck month goes, we need to enter our actual numbers. To enter your daily expenses, go to this tab here. Again, click twice on the cell to enter the date. They don't have to be perfect in chronological order. If you forget adding an expense today, just enter it when it comes to your mind. Okay, and select the category from the drop-down menu here. For example, just groceries. These categories are the discretionary expenses you wrote down here in the budget by paycheck. This, wait a second, here. These are the categories in this drop-down menu. Okay, so for example, when you add a new category here, just say example. It will update in the drop-down menu here, like, or here. Example. Okay. And then put in your description here. So, okay, I will change this to home and then write laundry detergent. Okay, and enter the amount, for example, this. So these amounts will automatically update to your budget in the actual part. So here, so home, $10 actual. For instance, we make another one. Type the date, category, entertainment. We went to the for example, a concert, and we paid $120. Okay, so entertainment. We go back to a budget by paycheck and see it already updated here. Okay, so keep entering your actual amounts for like each bill, for sinking funds, debt repayment, for savings. So don't forget to check this row here to control how much there is left to spend. So this updates when you start putting in your actual numbers. Okay, another thing, if your actual number is more than the estimated, the cell will turn red to warn you. So for example, transportation, it's $500 here. By the way, please don't type in here in this varied expenses category the actual part, because there is some formula here. So when you type in here, this formula will not work anymore. So when you want to add the actual numbers, just go to daily expense tracker and track your expenses daily or weekly as you desire, and then they will update here. so it's better to show the example. For example, your estimated number for water bill is $60, but the actual one was $70. See, it will warn you, and it will warn you with the total number as well. Okay, so at the end of paycheck month, check your budget summary here. And if you feel too overwhelmed by looking at numbers all the time, you can also look at the charts here to see a general picture of your budget. As you can see, since we didn't put in too much mock numbers, it only shows the fixed expenses and varied expenses. Here, comparing budget and actual amounts, expense breakdown. Okay, so now we move on to template itself. You can change the colors of the template if you'd like. Just click the cell or row once and then click the fill color and choose the color you'd like, or you can add your own preferred color just typing in the code here. Okay, so you can add a new tab clicking the plus sign here and add another tab for yourself, and or you can delete a tab clicking right on it and then choose to delete. Okay, so I do hope that this video was helpful to you. If you still have questions, just send me a message through Etsy. So thank you for watching.